Hello everyone, please welcome and join me easy steps of cooking in Indian and Punjabi style. I'm going to prepare today a sweet which is going to be a cashew burfi, and what we typically call in Punjabi is a Kaju Barfi. So this is one of the favorite burfi in a sense. It's a favorite Indian sweet, and I'm going to make today and I'm going to share with you how I do it and my preparation, and I will walk you through in each step. I'm going to use, in order for cashew burfi to make, I need raw cashews. These are the whole raw cashews. You can get it in the store. It's if I can zoom in, it's the cashews raw. So I'm going to use 3 of these packs. These cashews you can typically get in any Indian store, and raw in a sense they are not coated or salted with any flavors, or they are not like a coating, sugar coating or anything. They're just a plain cashews. And even Walmart, Food Max, the big stores, grocery store, they carry those too. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using a chopper. This one called the Ultimate Chopper, which chops or grinds the cashews into like a powder. So I'm going to grab these. I'm going to fill up this the tub, and then I'm going to grind it, and I will share with you. Look like pretty much done. I'm going to be using 3 packs. I'm almost done with all my preparation for 3 packs, and it's gonna be like a pottery. I can share with you. I can zoom in. It's like a powder. It's like a totally flour, you know. So at this moment, already put into my pot 4 of these cups. I'm going to be using, this is the 1 more cup. So out of 3 packs, you always get 5 of these cups. And this is perfect. Once the cashew, we're going to cook it on the gas. So it's since they are raw, now it's all flour. So I'm just gonna share with you. It's like these are 5 cups. Let me zoom in and we'll take a look. So this is cashew. So I'm gonna turn my gas on. Once you are standing here, you can leave the gas high, and you have to make sure that you stir around, you don't make it burn. We're gonna cook this cashew flour for there is no specific time that how long we're gonna cook. We're gonna keep turning, and we'll see when it's gonna start turning brown a little bit, and then it will be all done. The whole thing is that when you're cooking over the gas, the more you turn it into brown, it's gonna give you the cashew the look more brownish. But if you keep lighter color, it gonna comes out lighter. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna start on the other side my sugar. In our typical word, we call chasni, and what is chasni specifies in our in English that once you put the sugar in the water, you basically makes a mixture of that and like become a syrup. So if we're using 5 cups of those, I'm gonna use 2.5 cup. You can use 3 according to your taste or flavor. If you want more of sweet, then you can put 3 cups. but I would go, if you have a 5 cups, I would say that you use 2.5. Even you can use 2, that will preferably fine. But if you want in a proper manner, in a sense that you are not used to of sugar too much, or in other words, you are used to of sugar too much, then 2.5 is perfect. Because then you don't feel that it's less sugary or it's more sugary. So now I put 2 cups, and now I'm gonna use another cup, half. That gives me 2.5 cups. So let me zoom in, and I'm gonna bring water. I'm gonna put like 1 cup of water. And I'm going to start the gas. And this one, what we're gonna be doing once we're gonna be see, if you start looking that it start turning brown, you don't want it to burn it while I was talking, and my gas is on full blast, and I started doing. You have to make sure that you keep stirring. I'm gonna put a little bit low gas, and it's gonna be doing it real fast. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna be show you on this one how this thing works. We're gonna make our sugary syrup, and we're going to let it like a boiling point. The time we're gonna find the syrup is good in a sense that we're gonna pick up with our spoon, and if you start seeing like this, if you right now we're dropping in, it drops in like a water. But once this is going to start like seeing it sticky, then we can touch our finger, and we see that it's sticky. That's the time it's ready. So our sugar is ready for our cashews. So I'm gonna share with you once it's gonna take like I said, no time specified. If you put a higher gas and you keep stirring, it's gonna do it faster. If you do it slow gas, it's gonna take a little longer. So let me come back to you. Yeah, let me zoom in. I can feel the smell in the air, like a nice aroma. I already turned my gas off. It's like about 2-3 minutes cooking, and it's looking fine. I'm going to use what it called, like oil. You can use, but most preferably when it comes to the Indian sweet, it's called desi ghee. I'm going to use 1, 2, about 3 spoons. It's a small spoons, it's not a big teaspoon, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to turn my gas. I'm going to keep it a little low, and I'm just going to mix it up. And once it's mixed, and on the other side my water is boiling, my sugar is boiling. That sugar, you need to boil it that the time it's crystallized in a sense that when we are doing this, when the sugar itself at the boiling point, it breaks, and then it becomes like a sticky, and that's the time this will be ready. And this Kaju Burfi is real easy to make. It's very delicious. It's one of the delicious sweet, and everyone from kids to young kids to big guys to old guys, they love it. They prefer Cashew Burfi, and also as a health conscious way, the cashews are cholesterol free, and they are good for health, and it tastes well. So I'm going to share with you once I'm just mixing this one, and it's all look fine. You can take a look. We can close in. See, all my oil is mixed up. Now I'm going to prepare my pan, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it. Let me come back to you. Yeah, as we already seen, this one cashew is already prepared, and our syrup is also ready. See if you start seeing how it coming, and the best way to do it. You see, that's what I want to show you. When you start seeing the dripping, it does not drip. It makes like an icicle. So when you grab it, it like you feel it. Like, what do you call that, the magic glue? You know how you put the glue, how your fingers get stick? This is what you want. This is the final result you want to see in your sugar. That's the time when sugar come up to the point it comes, and that is the right time to mix it. If you don't mix it at the right time, then we got a problem. So now I'm going to turn this thing off. I'm going to dump this one into this, and then I'm going to mix it up. Let me show you. Yeah, let me close in. I almost poured everything, and I don't want to talk too much while I was pouring in, because this is sticky stuff, sugar. I don't want it to, burn myself. So now it's already there, and I just put the gas on the simmer, and now we're going to keep mixing it. And once we're gonna mix it, and it's gonna get a little bit tighten, it's gonna start getting tight, and then that's at the time it's all gonna be ready. And then we laid out the foil. We're gonna put this one up there, and we're going to cut into pieces once it's gonna cool down. So this is the whole purpose of mixing it, because then if some places the flour sticks, see how it's looking right now. So right now the flour is in there. So I wanted to mix it up, so the flour breaks. Sometimes what happens that when you are putting any kind of syrup, regardless of anything, not only on this specific cashew burfi, it tends to become like a round balls, and then it's not a mix. Because when you're putting in a mouth and you're enjoying it, all of a sudden, something comes, no sugar, and say, man, I don't like it. So you lost that charm. So in order to do the perfect cooking, let me zoom in and I'll show you what I was talking about. See, like this one become like a ball. See, if I break it against the wall, it's still all pure cashew. It's dry. And even though the sugar is coated outside, I don't want to see that thing. I want my sugar blend in nicely. So I'm going to keep breaking that. And then once I break it, it's going to be done. Then I'll share with you. Yeah, let me zoom in. I'm still at the simmer gas. I'm just mixing it. And the time we're going to know that it's prepared, when we're going to start doing it, it's going to be start getting accumulated at one place, and it's start coming out of the pan. That means it's ready. And now, regardless, it's a cashew burfi or sweets, I have always secrets to share with you guys. So it gives me pleasure when I share secrets. There are no more secrets once you watch this. I'm going to bring nice aroma into this my cashew burfi. I'm going to bring the nice cardamom flavor, and how I'm going to do that I'm going to share with you. I'm just going to grab my ultimate chopper again. That comes in handy, and I will show you, I will share with you. I'm going to use 5 of these, and on top of that, 1 clove. And once I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it into my ultimate chopper, and I'm going to make it grind it real good. It's going to become refined. Majority of the kids, they don't like cardamom. When it comes to cardamom in their mouth, it's like a turn-off. They don't like it, but any other person, they will enjoy it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you. Let me grab my strainer, I'll come back to you. Yeah, let me share with you. It's not, we seen 5 cardamom, 1 clove. It's not much, but what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna put it into my strainer. Once I put it in, I'm just gonna make sure that it goes in. See, let me zoom in and ask my cameraman to zoom in to make sure. See, it looking beautiful. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it. And see, it's already started doing good. It's start turning out nice. It's we have to mix it. Oh man, I can smell this nice aroma of that cardamom, that clove. It's not going to bring the taste. It's mouth-watering. As soon as you see this cashew burfi sitting in front of you, it's so appealing. You feel like grabbing it and getting it more. Even though you get one, you're going to say, no, let me finish. I'm going to grab other one so nobody else take it again. So that's the one is called perfect looking. So I'm going to finish up this one. It's almost, we are getting there. See if I can close in again. See how it's coming up? It's start coming, it starts sticking up, it's getting thicker and thicker. My gas is real low on a simmer, so let me get back to you. Yeah, it's almost ready. Let me close it. This is what I wanted to share with you. That when you start doing this and you start seeing the bottom of the pan, and that's where is cook. See if you see how it's going, how it's keep dragging. And you can zoom in, see how the base start exposing when the, okay. Now that's the secret I wanted to share. Not a secret, it's a tip. I'm gonna turn my gas off. When you see the bottom of the pan, when you are using your spoon or when you do like this and it exposes the bottom, that's where it's cooked. So what I'm gonna do, this one is done. I have my laid out aluminum foil. I'm going to use the same butter, which is the desi ghee. I'm just gonna put this much. Make sure your hands are clean. So I'm going to make sure that I just rub it on the foil. I'm going to grab this foil, I'm going to have to cut it. Okay. What happened to my cutter? Is not working fine. Oh, there you go. Okay. So once you lay it out, you just grab a little bit on your finger and then you just rub it off. The whole reason we're doing it, because when we're going to lay out our cashew burfi here, the cashew sweet, it won't stick, and this is the rolling pin. And this is important too. You do it also the same thing. You massage it on top of this too. It's not that something you have to put too much, it's just a little bit coating. So this one is almost done. So I'm just grabbing a little bit on my fingers and if you can take a look, if we can, see it, this is all we need to do. So now we all set. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna bring it and I'm gonna lay that on my aluminum foil. And let me, okay, let's get. When we do this, you just, I'm just gonna grab this one. You have to make sure that it's a thick, nice. See how beautiful cashew burfi is all ready, but the final touch-up comes when we do make a cut That's the thing is more appealing at this moment. This is a preparation, how we're gonna do it. This is going to be laid out, and now it's gonna cool down. So once we did this, now we're gonna grab the rolling pan. The rolling pan we're going to play this part. So make sure that that was the reason I was saying, you see, I did not put a little oil on this side. What happened? It starts sticking. I did left it intentionally to show you that why we put the oil. Once you put oil, or desi ghee or butter or anything, then you roll this thing. It does not stick to your rolling pin. The side we did not put it, it keeps sticking. So what I'm gonna do, that was the whole intent. I wanted to show it to you, wanted to share with you. That is one of the tips you want it. Now I'm going to grab it, oil or butter. So I'm going to coat that. So once it's done, I'm going to do the same thing, same scenario. So you just roll it out. This is like a pizza dough. It's not that the more you roll it, it's gonna look better. No. What it does basically, we roll it out. The more you roll it out, the more skinny or thin piece is gonna turn out. I can leave like this, and I can, once it's dried up, it's not going to take that long, and we can cut it into pieces, and it's gonna look beautiful. Let me zoom in and see how it's coming out. See how beautiful it looks. Right now, it just looks like a pizza dough, but once we're going to cut it, we're gonna slice the knife. That's where the beauty gonna come. That's where the real part of this cashew burfi gonna show up. That's where it's the real picture, its own in each things, regardless it's a human or anyone, have their own identities. So cashew burfi have its own identity. When we're gonna cut into pieces, the pieces gonna come out. That's gonna show the appearance, the appeal. And as for the taste, when you're gonna eat it, you're gonna feel that taste on your tongue, smoothness, nice texture. As for putting that cardamom, that is the secret thing. That's going to give you nice aroma, nice smell in the air, and as well a taste on your tongue. And let me share with you, I'm going to come back, I'm going to wash my hands up, and I'm going to get back to you. Yeah, it's about 10 or 15 minutes you let it rest. It cools down. There is another trick I can share with you that you can do it more faster. Normally it's recommended, that when it starts getting stiff, and that's the time you make a piece, the piece become more rigid and it's not soggy that they will fall. What happens that when you lay down your aluminum foil on granite slabs, granite slabs, they absorb the heat and it gets heated up and it keeps the heat inside for a longer period of time. So I can share with you what you do. You just slide that area where you left it. It's warm. You slide it on other side of the slab where it's cold. Then again, the heat has a tendency, it's penetrate again to cold. So it's what it does, it's cool down faster. That's why I come back to you fast. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just grab my knife. It's according to the piece, and you can do it a lot of ways. You can put it into the tray, and so it can be in a tray shape, it's a rectangular shape or any shape. I'm doing easy steps. in a sense, you don't require it. You're not dependent on those utensils or something. You have to get that. You can do it. You can lay down on anything as long as you can make your own. What do? You just make it about this size, the same. Make sure you don't cut it too deep, otherwise you're gonna be making scratches all over your countertop. And especially if I'm doing it, my lady gonna be coming after me with the broom saying that, hey, what you did? You making Cashew Burfi, you're supposed to do it nice, but you're messing up the granite top. So I'm not going to have that thing happen. So you have to make sure you do that nicely. So I'm going to lay my cutting like this. I'm going to do that, but I wanted to share with you that how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go on the side and same thing, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to just slide that pieces, but what I wanted to show you, my pieces, how they come out. This is another thing. In a journal, when you cut these pieces in a rectangular shape or square shape, they don't appeal good. But when you turn them into like a diagonal, that the outlook comes out. When the outlook comes out, it looks more appealing, and definitely they taste good, so they're going to taste more better. So let me put this one, and you will enjoy the Cashew Burfi with me as I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to show you how they're going to turn out. You can use a spatula or something right now. I'm not, like I said, I try to do things in easy steps. You don't have to depend on certain tools or certain things that you cannot do the job because I don't have that thing. I just wanted to have, that freedom that anything in your hand, you can make that work. You make that thing going. And it looks better, it's good better. Let me share with you, and you're gonna say, wow, this one looks beauty. It's like a restaurant style. Look at this. Let me come on that side under the light and you will see how it looks. If I put it here, how beautiful it looks. It's real nice. And I'm going to try it. And I'm going to share with you. Yes, I can smell it. So sweet. Again, we added 5 cups of cashew, 2.5 comparable sugar, but sugar on, as for me, is a little high. If we keep it 2, perfect, but I have to think more of kids and the wife because they want more sugar. So I don't want it to get spoiled. And I'll bet you, all this burfi not gonna stick for another day or so. It's gonna be gone like that. It's eaten like a candies. So good. And now with a glass of milk, it's a perfect combination. In the morning with the tea, it's a perfect snack. Anytime it can be served. I appreciate for joining me. Easy steps, cooking, Indian Punjabi style, cashew burfi, the cashew sweets. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.